Hey guys, Apef here, and welcome to this unboxing slash review of a wireless Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch. These are being sold at Five Below for $15 because they're no longer Five Below. Don't understand that marketing strategy anymore. But I was shocked that they had Switch wireless controllers that I forget the word I was going to say, but they say they have a vibrating function, which is usually pretty rare for wireless controllers, especially third-party ones. And also, like, I have the Pro wired controller, and it doesn't have that feature, so I thought that would be nice. And I like its layout. It looks kind of like a PS3 controller, and that was my favorite style of controller. A lot of people's least favorite style, but I like that. Small dual analog stick parallel to each other style. It's supposed to be able to hold up to a 5-hour battery life and take about an hour and a half to charge, so that ain't too terrible if you're just doing some medium time gameplay, I guess. I would assume you'd be able to charge this while, you know, playing a game if you have a big enough charging cable. It uses Type-C, which is interesting. Definitely not a cheap alternative. And comes in a bag. The bag has been removed. So the analog sticks aren't terrible. They do feel a little weird when you get around the edges. They're not like smooth, but you know, they're alright. They click like a PlayStation controller. They're not very like hard to press down or anything. Buttons feel kind of cheap, but they work. D-pad isn't much different than the Pro D-pad for the Switch. These are like what you can expect, cheap R and L2 buttons. Sorry, that's PlayStation, but you get my point. Other than that, it's completely empty. So, I have my Switch over here, and I thought if it does have any battery life, I'll try to hook this up for you guys. Or maybe find a controller. I've never really done this. I only have a wired controller and the controller that came with it. Home button would be on? Yes. Okay, so the instructions say to go to this page. If I can get the Switch to stand up. Good job, Nintendo. Anyways, to go to this page and press home and Y. And that somehow worked. Okay. Home and Y to get this to sync if you have problems with it. There, that works better. So let's see how this goes. It seems to be working alright. Well, anyways, I just died, but it doesn't matter. I shouldn't have jumped into that game just randomly. The controller works. That it do. This material might look like it's felty, but it's not, so you're not going to have to worry about it becoming sticky over the years. Really, it just seems like a really decent $15 controller. I can't really say I have too much of a gripe about it. Now, it does say it has a turbo button. What happens if I press turbo? I don't know. I don't know what the turbo button does, but it claims to have a turbo button. Put in Mario Kart just to test like a game I'm more familiar with a little bit. I've been playing this for a little bit now, but I also want to check if it has tilt controlling features, like the 6-axis features. So how are we going to do this? Well, I already messed up the start. So, as you can tell, the controller works, and at least any delay that is there isn't hindering the game. I just suck right now, but I quite enjoy it. It just feels like a PlayStation controller to me. And the feedback isn't half bad. I'm just repeating myself because I'm pretty impressed with the quality of a $15 controller. They really need to go ahead and make this a PS2 controller as well. But I guess maybe part of what made it so cheap is it uses Bluetooth, and obviously the PS2 doesn't use Bluetooth. You need your own little adapter bit. Okay, well, let's see if I can turn on tilt controlling. No, it is not doing anything. So this controller does not have any 6-axis capabilities. So if you're playing like Breath of the Wild and you get to any of those stages that require tilt controls, you're going to have to switch back to your normal Switch controllers, which I believe the wired Pro controller also doesn't have tilt controls. So this is pretty much just the normal Pro controller, except it has a vibrating feature and also is $7 cheaper. There is a wireless Nintendo Pro controller, but it's like $50 or $60. So if you can see these, especially if you find them at Five Below, I'd recommend them, especially if you're not too picky about your controllers. I'm not too picky about my Switch controllers. I don't think the Switch is too much of a pro console unless you're into Smash Bros. And I feel like if you're into Smash Bros, you're probably already playing with a GameCube controller, so you're probably pretty good. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out my videos on the other platforms. I'm on Facebook now, BitChute, and I post some highlights to Rumble. Obviously, I'm still on YouTube, and I have a website that I try to keep up to date with a blog where I'm going to be posting reviews. Sorry for all that advertisement, I just don't bring it up too much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's a different style. This one is like a brand new NES controller or something. It's very risen up too. I like it. This one's very flat, but you know, it still works.